Hello, my name is Raza. Today I'm going to give you information about some basic tools in Revit architecture. This video is for those who want to start Revit as a new tool to display their creativity in the field of architecture. When I newly started using Revit, all these icons, numbers, buttons, and letters made me so confused. So before we start, I think I would like to make an introduction of major icons and symbols used in Revit. So first of all, this file. This is called the File tab. This whole line: File, Architecture, Structure, Steel, System, Insert, Annotate, all the way down to Modify. So remember, it's called File tab. The second thing I would like you to know is called the Quick Access Toolbar. This is the quick access toolbar. This whole area is called quick access toolbar. You might not use it a lot, but it's good to have information about it. The third thing I would like you to know is called the info center. Info center, I'm pretty sure you will never use. Actually, I have never used it, but it's used sometimes when you try to send your rendered images to Revit Autodesk so they can render the image for you. The fourth thing I would like to know is called option bar. Option bar this area is called the option bar. Like for example, if you select a wall and try to design a wall, it shows you the height, and the wall center and the offset and chain. These are all I'll explain later. What is this? What are these lines called and what are they used for? There's another thing that I want you to know is called the type selector. Uh, this is the type selector. The modify place, height, unconnected, level 1, level 2. This is called the um, type selector. There's the major thing that we all would use all the time when we are doing something on Revit is called the properties palette. What properties palette do? For example, let's say if I were to design a wall, this is plan actually. Like let's say if you have designed a wall and you're looking it from the top. Uh, Here it shows the scale. What scale you want to use? Is it 1 ratio 100, 1 ratio 50, 1 ratio 2000? Whatever ratio you want to use, you can use, but here you can view it. You can actually see it. I would uh, I would go towards the location line, base constraint, base offset, and so many things. But these are just the information about the icons and the labels in Revit. So I'm not going to jump into many details. Another thing I would like you to know is called the project browser. This is called the project browser. Here, what you would see is what level you are working on. For example, if you were to design a ground floor, which is also called the first floor, you would call it level 1. Or the basement of any house, any building, any structure, the basement of it would call level 1. You can add more levels. Like for example, if you were to design a skyscraper or a mid-rise building, you would keep on adding levels, and based on levels you can also keep on adding ceiling plans, and you can here you can see your elevations: the east, north, south, and west. East, south, north, and west actually means that you can view any object from different angles. Like if I were to see this wall that I just let's say drew, I want to see what it looks like from the east. So I'll click the east twice, and it shows me this is how it looks like in the east. North is going to be broader because from the plan, as we saw, that it was pretty big. It's a pretty big wall actually. And same is the case with the south wall, south side of the wall, sorry, and then the west side of the wall. So as I was explaining you the levels, let's say this is level 1, and and the difference and the height difference between level 1 and level 2 is 4,000 millimeters. 4,000 millimeters would be 4 meter, and 4 meters is a little bit too high. What if I wanted to change it? I can actually double click it and then change it to 3 meters. Here we go. And I want my wall to be exactly 3 meters. So I can click on the wall and make it taller, or maybe I can make it smaller. If I were to bring it to level 3, I mean level 2 to 3 meters, I can just drag it down, and you see it locks it. When it locks it, I would leave my mouse button, and now my wall is 3 meters high. This wall is 3 meters high. We can jump into more explanation to how to give it thickness, how to provide it a good texture, and what material is this wall. Is the wall made of wood? Is the wall made of brick? Is the wall made of steel? We can jump into those explanations later. Uh, what what else I wanted you to know, that what we would use in Revit is called tools on the current, tools on the tab of the ribbon. Actually, these are the tools on the ribbon. You would use these pretty much every time, every time. So keep in mind, this is every time this whole panel would be used. What it does, it shows you how to select the wall, what you want to use after the wall. Like you can assign door, you can assign window, you can assign any component that you want to design. Columns, same as the case with the roof, the ceiling, the floor, and then curtain walls, panel system, stairs, ramp, and railings and stuff, and etc. etc. This tab is for structure. This is mainly used for structures like columns and beams and truss. Uh, this is the steel for for duct and other piping system, and these are the system that you can actually use pretty much all the time. Actually, this is for the piping and duct system, not this. You can also insert images, and you can export from AutoCAD if you have any file, and we can play more with this tab with the ribbon. Annotate, analyze, massing. Massing is for, like, when you design a building and you, for example, let's say if you want to have more buildings surrounding your building to give it a better look, then you can start making massings. What massing does, it actually makes a building which looks like a building, but actually inside there's nothing, it's just a facade. uh, you can view your project from different angles, like 3D and then section, and then if you are making a 2D drawing, you can insert a call out. In call out, you would explain the viewer that what do you want to do, and then what material you want to use, what's the let's say what's the size of a column, and what is the distance between one column to another column. So this is a call out you can use later on. There's one more thing I want to say, that for example, if you select a wall, it goes to modify. This is a wall, then you can modify it. You can edit the profile. I think I should give you an example. Let's say if I go to 3D view of the wall, this is my wall that would look like in 3D. Give you a little bit of an example how to edit the wall. Let's say if you want to stretch the wall, make it taller, and whenever you click an object, it goes to modify. Modify means like what customization you want to do on any particular object that you have designed or you have just downloaded. Edit profile. What edit profile does, that if you want to make a hole, like literally hole in the wall, or you want the wall to have a big, like huge window, let's say like this, or or what you can do, you can curve the wall, you can attach the top to the ceiling, you can detach the top from the ceiling. You can play around, you can make a copy of the wall, and then you can mirror the wall. Let's say if you try copying the wall, you can press Control C and then you can press Control V. So Revit would ask you where do you want to paste it. For example, if you want to paste it side by side, you can just click on it, and here we go. We have two walls. I think this is enough for introduction. I'll explain a little bit more in my next video about the walls. How do walls work? How does it behave? How does Revit behave? How do we make doors and windows? How to assign doors and windows to the wall? We'll actually make a small project. See you later. Peace.